April 16th, 2014. What was supposed to be an ordinary school trip turned into one of South Korea's darkest tragedies. A ferry carrying 476 passengers, most of them high school students, began to sink. But what happened next shocked an entire nation. Why didn't the students escape? Why did the crew abandon ship? And why did rescue efforts fail despite so much time to act? This is the story of the Sewol Ferry Disaster, a tragedy that left scars on a generation. Welcome to Unravel. It was supposed to be a school trip, a journey filled with laughter, with excitement, with dreams of the future. But on April 16th, 2014, that future was stolen in the most horrific way possible. 304 lives lost, 250 of them high school students, their parents waiting on the shore, begging for a miracle that never came. What happened on that day? And why do people in South Korea still say, the government never even tried to save them? It was early morning when 476 passengers, including 324 students from Danwon High School, boarded the Sewol Ferry. They were on their way to Jeju Island for a school trip. It was a journey they had been dreaming about for months. But less than 24 hours later, their world would turn upside down. At 8:49 a.m., the ship tilted sharply, a loud bang. Passengers were thrown against the walls. Water started rushing in, panic spread. Students grabbed their phones and sent desperate texts to their families. Despite the chaos, an announcement played over the speakers. "Stay where you are. Do not move." The students obeyed, trusting the adults to save them. But the people they trusted were already escaping. 9 a.m. The ferry tilts 60 degrees. Water floods the cabins. The captain and crew flee the ship, leaving behind the very children they were supposed to protect. 9:30 a.m. The first Coast Guard boats arrive. But instead of rescuing the children, they wait. The ship sinks deeper. The rescue teams hesitate. In those crucial moments, called the golden time, all the Coast Guard needed to do was break the windows, throw ropes, get them out. Instead, they waited. They wasted time. And when the ferry finally tipped, it was too late. Hundreds of students were trapped inside. 250 of them never made it out. When the ship finally sank, parents were left on the shore, staring into the sea, waiting for their children to return. Some waited for days, others for weeks, but most waited forever. As the death toll rose, so did the anger. People filled the streets wearing yellow ribbons demanding justice. The government was accused of covering up the truth, of lying about rescue efforts, of protecting the powerful while leaving families broken. But South Korea did not forget. They mourned together. They demanded answers together. Even the entertainment industry stopped. No K-pop releases, no promotions, no ads. Everyone mourned. Artists dedicated songs. Families built memorials. The world listened, but for the families, it wasn't enough. Because the question still remains, why? Why were these children left behind? The Sewol Ferry disaster wasn't just a tragedy. It was a betrayal, a failure of responsibility, a lesson written in the tears of parents and the silence of a nation. What do you think? Was it a tragic accident or something far worse? Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to hear more deep dive stories from history.